before we say die. Here we are, killing ourselves alive. We just need one more hit, and we might just live forever. Oh, here we are.
Hey, it's JC1424 once again with NASCAR Thunder 2004. And in this episode of our second season in career mode, we're going to be completing race 19 of 36, which is going to be at New Hampshire International Speedway for the New England 300. The Magic Mile. I think the only magic that you're going to be seeing today is me somehow qualifying on pole and then just dropping back like crazy in the race like it's freaking Richmond again or something. In the last episode, we went to Chicagoland, and I remember we started up front, I think like third or something, ran the top 5 all race long, and after pit stops, I tried to make my way back up there, and we managed to finish in the top 5, like I said. So yeah, it was a really great run. Wish we could have all our runs be like that, but yeah, the track is rather exceptional. We're using Dale Reynolds' paint scheme today just because it's New England or New Hampshire, whatever, and this is kind of like his home track. He goes here almost every year. The last race was won by Dale Earnhardt Jr., and I guess he's pretty good at Chicagoland from what I've seen in the past. He won a race here in like 2015 or 2016, something like that, and that was the second win of the season. Tony Stewart is, of course, still the points leader, 130 in front of Jeff Gordon, just because, you know, we got all these other drivers not being that consistent, and Jeff Gordon is just the one guy trying to catch up to him with his consistency, and I don't know what to expect at this point. Is Tony Stewart going to go back-to-back, or are we going to have my second favorite driver win the second season? Because we already had my first favorite driver win the first one, but we're 15th place in the point standings, a good 48 points, I think, behind Matt Kenseth. Yeah, that is correct. I don't know if we're going to be passing him. We might get passed by Jeff Burton, Michael Waltrip, who knows, but we're actually kind of ways away from both these guys, so I think we'll keep it in 15th as long as we just run a decent race at New Hampshire. Then you've got the driver respect levels. Kurt Busch is still very pissed off after how the Infineon race turned out, and I think that was, 3 races ago? So, golly. And Dale Jarrett, I mean, we crashed into him like twice in that race, and then he started crashing into me. Golly, I can't forget what happened at Infineon. It was a collab, too, so, it makes it even more worth watching just to have someone else beside me to watch it live. It's a great experience. I'm not going to go taking a look at the rewards, but usually I don't do this going to team management to show you guys something. We usually just go to race weekend and whatever, but yeah, after we did the last race at Chicagoland, our sponsorship with UAW, our contract with them, ended. So I decided, because I want to, keep it relevant to the paint schemes and whatever we have for the season, that I would renew the sponsorship, and now they're asking me to get an average finish of 5th place. Like, I think eventually I could get to that, possibly, but at the same time, this contract is only going to last few races because I know I'm not going to get an average of 5th place, considering right now it's 16th and we're already halfway through the season. And then the happiness is all the way down to 52. It was like at 70, for some reason, it just went back to default. So it is mathematically impossible for me to keep this contract. And I'm probably going to do that multiple times in a row with different primary sponsors because I want to wait until we've got 9 races left in the season so that we can get a package sponsor, which would either be Brett Bodine's retired Hooters car or a bunch of EA Sports fancy driver cars, because that's what I've seen just simulating, trying to see what the possibilities are. That's just what my options are. I want it to be the Dodge one. It's like a red, white, and blue Dodge EA Sports car. They got EA Sports, EA.com, EA Games, and then you got Brett Bodine's car. Wish I had more options, but if I can get to the Dodge, it'd be great whenever we get to our package sponsor. But quick select the chassis, engine, and body, which are all used from the previous race. And after this, we've got some repairing and overhauling to do on this equipment. It's got a car rating of 63, which is pretty high considering the circumstances of how used it is. So let's go to this race and let's try to get that top 20, maybe even a top 15. I ran some practice for this race before I started recording, and I managed to qualify on pole on the outlap. Don't know if that's going to happen while I'm trying to commentate, but as long as I focus on my corner entry, then yeah, we should get it just fine. I completely underdrove the exit turn 2, so yeah, this cannot be a pole lap time. On the second lap, I should definitely get it, just considering the fact that we'll be up to speed by then. Okay, just get a good braking point for 3. My setup for qualifying and the race is going to be 1 turns of wedge and 22 psi. Really high wedge keeps the car from spinning going in the corners, which is something I've done way too much already playing this game over the years. So it just allows me to have some comfort in the car, and maybe it'll cause us to drop back if the car doesn't want to steer during the corners. But at the same time, as long as we meet the expectations, well, the previous expectations for our contract just got completely ruined, then I'll be fine. Okay, don't spin into 3, JC. You're throwing a little too hard. I think that was a really bad entry to turn 3 to the point where I'm not going to get the pole this time, which would really suck, but let's see what we get. Well, towards the front, it's qualifying time, 27.4. It's just, yeah, me commentating prevented me from actually getting the pole, but we're on the outside. That sucks. Jeff Gordon starting on the pole next to my man, Tony Stewart. I mean, they're both my men. They're my wise men. Green flag is out. We're underway for 30 laps here at the Magic Mile. Oh, okay. Well, it's on the pole, but I knew it was possible because I'd already done it before. It's just, commentating changes everything. I mean, I'm slamming the brakes and I'm driving slower into the corners than they are, but I just washed right up into Jimmy. He was apparently very pissed off after that. I barely touched him. What the hell? Well, drop back to 5th immediately. I'm over-braking the entry of the corners since my car, for some reason, just doesn't like doesn't like steering on the entry. It's probably the wedge, and as much as I'd like to loosen the car and make it easier to enter corners, we're bound to spin it if I even bother. Just don't feel like I'm braking at the time the car wants me to right now because I'm trying not to get run over by everybody. It really is like Richmond all over again. Or one of the Martinsville races. I think Martinsville races are more difficult than Richmond races whenever it comes to avoiding getting run over, but at Richmond, that track takes a while longer to develop at compared to Martinsville at the same time. So maybe whenever we go to our second Richmond race this season... Ow, you dank-ass motherfucker, Jimmy Johnson. Dumbass. I don't know what the fuck he's hitting me so freaking hard for. It's all his fault to begin with. And now I'm stuck in a 3-wide situation, getting everybody underneath me, but I was trying to say I don't know how much easier the second Richmond race will be for this season, just considering the fact that it takes so long to develop a car there. Hopefully I can finish top 20 with no cheesiness of last time I failed to enter pit road and I got a good finish out of it. But I don't know if that's going to happen this time. I think they all just got stacked up with the turd 4 right there. Kevin Harvick is in his Snap-on car. I remember I had this argument with my older brother. He was like, Kevin Harvick doesn't have a Snap-on car. What are you talking about? But it's in the game. But, back in the day we had never unlocked stuff, so I guess he didn't know what I was talking about. But, yeah. And there's my dad who works on cars for a living. He's used Snap-on a lot. He still does. Like, every freaking time he's just working on cars, it's always Snap-on products. Okay, I don't know if we're done losing positions for a while, but I think we still got a bunch of positions to lose considering like how people are still catching me and passing me. It does not like to bite in the center. I have to slam the brakes so much. If I was shifting down to 3rd gear, then we probably wouldn't have to deal with so much problems getting tight off or in the center or whatever, but yeah, I'm on automatic transmission because I'm so freaking lazy, simple as that. What the hell, car? Get down. Get down and dirty for the exit of the corner, please. And now Mark Martin's running in 14th place, and I am really cutting him off and crap, so yeah, I remember whenever he was trying to get a championship and make his way into the lead, and it's not going to happen with craps like this. What the hell is going on behind me? Ward Burton or Jay McMurray, I don't know what the hell happened. I'm not looking at my mirror, I'm trying to focus on the corner, but someone dumped Mark Martin into the wall. Well, that was brutal. I could hear it, and then I look back and I'm like, Mark Martin's gone. So we're still in 13th, and I guess since we've fallen back this far, I'm very capable of maintaining position. Ay, 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 I'm in 3rd gear, car! Oh my goodness. The main problem going to this track for me personally is just my lack of grip in the car, because the further I've gotten back to the field, I've started to realize their car problems are that they just don't get good on off speed. Look at how much we gain off the corners. It wasn't much there, but that's how I've been staying in front of them in 13th. But now we're really starting to get worn front tires. That's the problem. It's probably because of heavy braking, but I think we'd all be. But yeah, finally falling into 14th, getting that run off, but I'm getting a little tight. Kurt Busch, you should have moved up right there if you wanted to avoid making contact. This car is becoming a real pain to drive just because of how much grip it's lacking in the center. Like, at first it was a little bit, now it's a ton. It's just so freaking much. It's a real shame whenever you shift down to 3rd gear and you're still heading towards the outside wall. If you're not arcing it down properly in the right part of the corner, but still, you're doing the same thing over and over again, and my car is becoming less and less capable of doing it. We're sticking with Kurt Busch, just racing back and forth. You can see these runs that I'm getting off. It's just their cars, I guess, don't have that much acceleration. So we're really similar on speed in terms of horsepower, whatever it is. But whenever it comes to tire grip, oh my gosh, it's just awful. I've got to slam the brakes and fall back under 100 miles per hour to make it. We're moving up positions again just because people are taking pit stops now. We just reached the halfway point. I'm trying to hold off Jay McMurray right now. He's running me over because I have no grip in the center of the corner. Please turn. Okay, got that run off speed. I need to head down pit road because we're at the halfway point and I'm tired of racing on worn tires. Just very much so. Right now I'm just kind of dragging the freaking brake down to 75. Jimmy Murray's not letting me down pit road. Thank you, motherfucker. Okay, slow it down. Don't speed in. Okay, not repair damage. That'll be a waste of time in my opinion. We'll get 4 tires, full tank of fuel, and I'd love to drop the wedge and fix this issue with it just not wanting to enter corners or hit the center well. But, yeah, this one's got comfort, and once I fall to, like, apparently near the top 15 area, we're kind of neutralized with me having bad on tire wear and everything. With them, it's just them not having runoff speed. The jack man does not know how to lift the car. up so we could change the tires. You gotta wham it, man. You gotta. You can't just throw it down, okay? You gotta put some muscle into it. You know, this is a brand new pit crew, by the way. Like, our averages for our pit crew are now in like the 70s, but though we still gotta deal with mistakes and crap. There's no such thing as a good pit crew with me, man, isn't it? Doesn't matter what pit crew I get, they all suck. They all make mistakes. I mean, some of them, they're really fast, and whenever they're not making mistakes, they're really good. But in this case, they're still making the same mistakes. I don't know what it's gonna take. It's like everybody I hire for my team is just sloppy. We got fresh tires. Should be taking advantage of that. You know, we still got people taking pit stops and everything. Can we please cycle out, like, still in the top 20? Because that would be sad if I couldn't at least do that. Finally, about to start making some passes. We got Robbie Gordon, Jerry Nadeau, who almost won at Sonoma. Don't run him over, JC. Don't run him over. I'm going to run him over anyways. I mean, I would love not to, but this car doesn't grip in the center corner, so I have to just put up with this car's stupid fucking bullshit. It's just not that good. Bad tire grip, bad tire wear. At least coming to this track, it's such a freaking complete difference from other tracks. For some reason, you need lots of tire grip and lots of really good on tire wear here. I don't know what else to tell you, but there we go into 26th place. Still a big gap between me and the rest of the pack. Well, here we go. Passing Johnny Benson. Shift into third, please, car. There we go. This is exceeding the track limits, but in reality, they never actually cared about going below the yellow line, did they? At least I don't think they did. Okay, we're going to finish this pass going to turn 1. I doubt it. Freaking front of the car refuses to just get down, have the downforce in the corner. Just doesn't want to go. We're going to crash into freaking Johnny Benson. Get the fuck out of here, Steve Park. It won't turn no matter where I go. Oh my goodness. I regret not being in negative 0.5 turns of wedge, because maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I wouldn't spin the race car. Now I've come close to spinning this race car practicing with this freaking setup, so I doubt what I'm saying is true. Oh, we're up to 25th. This car has fallen off completely. Think of it this way. The car is really tight on fresh tires, and on worn tires it's extremely tight. There's just no way around this. It's really bad at this track whenever it comes to the tire wear. I don't know why. It's not Rockingham. Where are you going? No, you're going to spin. Hit the bottom. Get to the bottom, you stupid race car. You can't make a cut and just get to the end of this trashy-ass race. Oh! Can't wait until I'm racing at Pocono, a track that I like much more than this one. Turn the damn race car! I'm sick of it! I can't take it anymore! End it already! White flag. Jeff Burton is riding my ass like a freaking rapist. There's just so much molestation going on right here. He gets around me, but get the run off through third gear. Keep it off the outside wall. Oh, you couldn't do that. Golly, we're catching Kenny Wallace despite how bad this race car is at this point. We're back in 25th, so I guess someone probably DNF'd right there. Okay, I'm already in third gear, but I know the car ain't going to turn. This is not how you exit turn 4, JC. But nothing matters anymore. No. Okay, we got 25th. That's not good enough for what the previous expectations for this contract were. Car was awful. Maybe it'd be better the second time around. We're up to 1.83 million in the bank, so I'm going to go ahead and just do this right away just to make sure I don't go doing something stupid with the garage that prevents me from actually making this decision. I need to get the best car I possibly can as fast as possible. Okay, 1.5 million, so we're going to have, $330,000 left in the bank, and it was 1.33 before that, so yeah, we're fine with that. Let's go into the garage and do the stuff we got to do right now. Can we overhaul this, or... Oh, the overhaul is freaking huge, so I want to do that, but is it too expensive? Oh my goodness, that's like freaking 2/3 of my bank. Oh, that's just for, oh, okay, I see how it is. I'm not allowed to overhaul that because that is extremely expensive, so we're just going to repair this. I didn't realize it was going to be that impossible, but it was $72,000 just to repair it. How did overhauls get so damn expensive? I haven't done chassis thing recently as far as shop editions go. I know, like, with the freaking the staff members of my team, I've gotten like better chassis builders. I guess that's the reason why it's allowing me to do stuff like that. And we gotta go for the engines, which I really do want to be better. And heck, I even got the shop edition for the engine, so that explains why this is so possible. This is probably like in the freaking 300s too, isn't it? Yep, that's not even possible, so it's gotta be repaired. So everything's gotta be repaired because I don't have any freaking money. And now I can't make money because my sponsorship is garbage. Ay, game. Fuck you. It's all you right now. It's not even me. I could have done better in that race if my car was set up better, but I just went with comfort, and I guess comfort is not what I wanted. And then we got this, which, of course, has to be repaired, too, because, you know, it's not going to be cheap. Nothing's going to be cheap anymore. $97,000, that would be the most expensive thing if it went to overhauls, considering how it was just for repairs. Okay, so in the next race, we got fresh equipment, of course, 63 downforce, 61 drafting. Our engine is going to be 64 power, 62 efficiency. That's really good. And then 63 tire grip and tire wear, which was still better than it was going to New Hampshire. I was not aware New Hampshire tire grip and tire wear would play that much of a factor. Maybe it wasn't just because it was my wedge adjustment or something, but still, the front tires would still be a real pain, even if I didn't have that wedge adjustment in. Okay, so next up is the Pocono race. Race 20 of 36, the second one, Pennsylvania 500. We're using Dale Reynolds' paint scheme in that one as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at, I don't even know, yeah, Tony Stewart won that race. I saw, but I didn't talk about it. I wanted to mention that. So, was that like his second win of the season? Because I don't think Tony Stewart's gotten his, he's only gotten his first one like way back when. Yeah, he won at Bristol, and yeah, that was his first one. So he finally got his second win, but he's been so consistent that of course he's going to be in the points lead regardless of how many wins he has. And Jeff Gordon, I guess he finished right behind him, and he led the most laps at the beginning somehow, and in the end, like, no points was really changed between those two. Did I lose positions in point standings? Because I finished pretty far back, or are we still in 15th? Yeah, I know we had quite a gap on Jeff Burton and Michael Waltrip, so we're still in 15th. It's a good guess. But now, Matt Kenseth is almost 100 points away from me. He's actually over 100 points away from me. Darn. Oh my goodness, darn. And I pissed off a lot of drivers in that race because my car was so freaking tight. Robbie Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Once again, at the beginning of the race, I barely touched him, like going into the first corner, and it went up to 60 just immediately. I swear I didn't have a previous rivalry with this guy. I remember not having one, so that was barely any contact. Maybe I got stuck to him or something. I don't know. I mean, the only ones that have to worry about are Robbie Gordon and Jimmy Johnson, I suppose. And we're going to run a good Pocono race because we did last time. The car will be a little bit better since it was then, so I don't know what to expect. But see you next time. That's that, and episode over.